Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sodaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Ooh.
Ooh.
It's a boo time. Let's see. This is going to come out on New Year's Eve. We got the Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes, mama.
Way on meow meow.
That's the cat version.
That's what's happening at your place for sure.
Now, have you heard of nothing spooky's happened since we recorded 15 minutes ago?
I was just thinking, I was like, we're both wearing the same sweatshirts. Like, we're not even trying to be like, hey, we're banking them, you guys. The holidays, we got to bank.
We have to, especially because, we got stuff going on.
Yeah, we got stuff going on. So
Betsy, you're often not even in this country, so.
I know. I was going to be in a hotel, but now I'm home for now.
I mean,
I'm
that's
home
how
for now.
Planes are working. Planes, trains, automobiles.
Planes, trains. Oh my God, I watched that movie for the first time in a couple of years, probably like 10 years or something, or maybe more. It is such a good movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I would have to look through his entire catalog, but I'm not I'm not sure that John Candy's bad in a movie.
No, I don't think so.
He's in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
And he's incredible. Him and Steve Martin, and they both are so good. And it's so funny, like big jokes, but then also like so sweet. It's so good.
Should we get better at writing movies?
I mean, yeah.
As a whole society?
As a whole society. I mean, that's the thing is we got to have people who want to be like, yeah, we'll make these good. Because people are writing good ones.
Oh, yeah. Especially like when you have collaborations with comedians like that.
Yes.
Who are smart and thoughtful. I mean, John Candy, what a huge loss. He could still be alive today. I guess it wasn't his life plan, but gosh.
He was so
Please,
good.
If you're a younger person who doesn't know much about John Candy,
have fun. Go watch all of his stuff.
I would say, gosh, I don't know this to be true, but I bet he was probably some of our first comedy influences for both of us, right?
Yeah, pretty
Buck,
early. Uncle
yeah,
Buck.
yeah.
Even just like Home Alone. He has a fun little part in Home Alone where he is so funny and charming and just like...
Yeah. America's uncle. I don't know if that's what they called him, but he did feel
America's
like
Canadian uncle.
Yes. Sorry, Canada. We kind of make everything about us here. And
yeah,
you know
we
what?
do.
Everyone should make it about themselves and their lives. You're experiencing it. For all you know, it's a Truman Show situation.
Whoa.
It is only about you.
I don't know if I've told you this on this podcast or something, but one day I was walking up my street to go to like, I don't know, whatever, on a walk, whatever. It was the middle of the day, and in the middle of the street was a huge stage light, just like in Truman Show. And I was just like...
Uncommon in L.A., but...
I know. It was really funny of like, we are in L.A., so there's a good... of course it fell off a truck or something. But it was just so like... It was so just like, what? That's so Truman Show, man. Like...
I mean, Betsy, what if it is all about you?
Oh, God. Ew, that freaks me out. Yeah.
Too much pressure.
We don't need that. It would be a lot of like, oh, wow, she's like napping on the couch again, huh? Oh, wow, she's laying on the couch again. Cool. Really interesting.
People that you don't even know that people might really love that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And maybe they're not even people.
Marcy.
Maybe
I also
they're
just
not
read
people.
Slaughterhouse-Five again for the first time in like 10 years or something. It is so good. And there's the main character gets like abducted and taken to Tremalfador. So a whole little planet where he's put in a zoo and where all these little aliens, they like come to watch him be a hero. It's a great book too. I hadn't read it in that actually probably like 15 years or something, and I reread it and I was like, wait, this is so, and it was the book that got me into Kurt Vonnegut, but like it was so good. This Red Bull's doing good. I'm chatting.
You're already. Well, guys, now's the time that since we don't have any new spookies, we're going to ask you to send your spookies, new and old. Especially if you've never sent us a story before, please do. We know there's a lot of you out there. I mean, there's not like billions, but
I'm going to say billions.
There's billions and zillions of you guys.
Yeah.
So send it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. If you're, I'm going to do it again. If you're a new listener, oh my gosh, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome.
Also,
Send us everything.
We never ask people to, like, wherever you listen, if you can rate, review.
Right.
We don't ask for that.
We don't, but it does make a difference, I guess.
And it
right?
does. And telling people about it.
Yes.
I'll be honest, we've done this for close to 8 years now, or about 8, or maybe more. I don't know. I actually could find this out. Hold on. I'm going to find it out.
2017?
I'm going to find it out.
That's crazy.
Now because, let's see, our producer Becky started a little document.
Oh, that's nice. Becky,
you
rule.
It actually doesn't have dates, so
okay.
But that would be helpful. That is an addition that I can ask for. I guess I could look at my Apple podcast, but
you know what? Don't worry about it, Marcy.
It's
been a long time.
All to say, we've been doing this for a long time, and we often aren't great at self-promotion. I mean, we never are great. We're not great at it.
No.
And yeah. For us, it's a real commitment, and you know, we should try to get it out there to more people. That's all I'm saying. So you guys help us.
Maybe that's our New Year's resolution: get it out to more people.
Wait, are you making New Year's resolutions?
No, I never do.
I'm starting a list of things, so it's not just one.
Okay.
And one of my things on my list, they're called goals. I'm going to start supporting.
I like it as goals.
Yeah. I'm going to start supporting more live shows.
Fun. Hey, let me know. I'll go. I love seeing them.
Going to go support more live shows.
That's a good one.
That way, because it means so much when people come to yours. Like for my birthday show, it meant so much for the people that came out. And I was like, I need to... When we were younger, I think we did so much comedy. We were going to shows all the time.
Yes.
It just kind of slacked off. So
big time. I feel like I absolutely have. And then recently kind of started going to more and being like, oh, yeah, this rules. Like, it's really fun watching your friends do their one-person show or whatever. Like, it's so fun. I gotta get better at that. Well, let me know, Marcy. I'll go with you.
So help me with my goal. But
that's a good one.
You know, I think that might be a good. If I'm going to inspire any resolutions, it's maybe to do things for others that you would like done for you, not just because you'll get it back in return, but because like you understand the importance of it.
Yeah, because it really does make a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so fun seeing pals and people we like just being great on stage live.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rate and review some podcasts.
Yeah, you know what? Me too.
Honestly, I'm gonna send you guys over to Bigfoot Collectors Club too. Those are our best buds.
We love them so
there.
much. Check them out.
Yeah,
they're our brothers.
This is just end of year promo.
End of year promo. Anything else you want to promote? Marcy?
I mean, We Love Trash.
Oh, yeah. L is for
you're-
losers. 90 Day Bay. Come on, everybody.
Get out there. Go watch Ghosts,
Watch some Ghosts. That'll be fun.
I hope to have a premiere date in the next couple months for you guys so you can see the series that I've been writing on Kevin. That's
Yes.
series for Amazon. I know the premiere date, but it hasn't been announced, so like I'm not gonna
Okay. Yes.
spoil it in case it changes.
Right.
I don't know if you guys know the cast was announced, and it's fucking
It's
awesome. You go look it up.
unbelievable.
We gotta do spooky stuff.
Stacked. Yeah. Enough of this
Stacked
bullshit
cast.
promoting.
Enough of this bullshit, because that's not even out yet. So we're gonna just get into some stuff. And again,
Let's
send
do
your
it.
stories to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. But
Yes.
I'm gonna start off with a long one.
Ooh, Aruga.
God damn it! It better be a good one. No pressure, guys.
Better
No
be.
pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
All right.
No
Here
pressure.
we go. After this, yes. Now here we go.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. My name is Bobby, they, them. I am sending you this message from my little house in Arvada, Colorado.
Oh.
Funny little side story is that I actually saw Betsy last year at a funky little like brewery restaurant in Silverthorne. I wanted to say hello, but it looked like you were having a really nice time with a friend. I didn't want to bother you, so consider this a belated hello. I was very starstruck, and I just think that you both are so amazing. This is such a wonderful salve of a podcast for me right now. I love spooky things. I love horror movies. And I am currently in this pretty complex process of grieving. I lost my mom in August of this year, and this house that I am currently living in was the house that I lived with her for the past almost 6 years. And so, you know, since losing her, it's been this sort of annoying process of just like handling the estate and all sort of the business things that happen when someone dies. And so listening to you guys has just been a really wonderful way to just sort of pay attention to the energies that one feels in grief and in this sort of I don't know, like spiritually alert place in life. And so the story I wanted to tell is one that really belongs to her, that she shared with me several times, especially growing up. I think she kind of wanted to creep me out a little bit, but it involves her kind of process of becoming a much more deeply faithful person via a botched seance trying to summon the ghost of John F. Kennedy. So, to kind of set the scene, Arvado used to be a very rural place in the 50s and 60s. This would have been probably in 1964 when she was a young teenager. And she got together with a group of friends of hers who were kind of into like the occult and into having little sessions of Ouija or light as a feather, stiff as a board, and sneaking into abandoned old farmhouses, or, you know, telling spooky stories that likely were probably made up about the like mental institution down the road. And so this particular night, they were having a sleepover at one of the friends' houses. Her parents were out for the night, and they decided, well, this is like the perfect time to have a little seance. And who should we summon? I don't know, like probably toss around some ideas and eventually land on John F. Kennedy, because, you know, everyone loves John F. Kennedy. And so they go for it. They turn the lights off. They get some candles going. They probably did some Ouija. I forget exactly if that's what came first or not, but they get into it. They start chanting, like, bring John F. Kennedy back, bring John F. Kennedy back, bring John F. Kennedy back. I don't totally know who they're speaking to, but this is what my mom told me. And so they're in this process of, like, chanting when it just gets interrupted by this aggressive, really loud knocking at the front door. Like,
I got chills.
I like almost like angry, like just like bang, 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 like almost like someone was like, "Hey, I heard you. Like, you cut that out." And so they just like immediately stop and are definitely all shitting their pants. And so some unlucky member of their group has to go to the window and look out. And this house is in what was essentially just like the open plains at kind of the foothills, and it's pitch black outside, and there's not much to see all around. There were some houses kind of speckled throughout, but the suburbs were kind of further east, and they're kind of just alone in this country house, and there's nobody to be seen that could have been knocking on the door. So they freak the fuck out and pack up the shit, blow out the candles, and essentially just like try to come down from that for the rest of the night. I'm really curious what the parents thought. Like, I doubt they were probably very chill about it, if they even knew what was going on. Like, I certainly know my grandparents would have been like, "You did what?" But yeah, so that basically made my mom swear off of any kind of occultish, like, witchy doings. And not too long after, she got pretty deep in her faith, like, as a Christian. She was super involved in different church organizations. She was, like, an amazing teacher and, like, just loved people. And, like, I think there are a lot of really bad Christians out there who kind of use that moniker to hurt a lot of people. Yeah. And she was as far from that as, you really could be. She deeply loved people. She loved all people and loved animals and nature and just, like, was kick ass. And so, like, I really lucked out. But it's just always funny to me that she had this experience, swore off of it, was like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And yet, while I was growing up and, like, kind of throughout my life, she always had a Ouija board. And, like, every once in a while, she'd be like, "You want to try out the Ouija board? Like, come on, like, it'll be fun." And I was always just like, absolutely not. Like, I am very careful around any kind of, like, method of intentional communication with, like, the other side. And I, especially after hearing the story, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, no way, dude." I don't know who they summoned that night. I'm sure that they summoned somebody. But that's enough for me to just be like, no like way. 100% not. Like, I'm not messing with that. Like, yeah. So, guys, I just really appreciate your podcast. I really just appreciate y'all. And yeah, thanks for listening to this spooky little story. I hope you didn't shit your pants. Bye.
Bring JFK back is so funny. That's so funny. Bring JFK back. Bring
funny.
JFK back.
Just a bunch of, like, teens, like young teens just chanting. That is so cute.
I would imagine, based on probably the age, that it, like, kind of makes sense that, like, that was someone that maybe was, if not around in their lifetime, like, right before their lifetime, JFK.
Oh,
like,
yes.
If Bobby is, even in the millennial age range,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Bring JFK back. Bring JFK back.
That is so cute. Whoa.
Oh, that's so funny.
Bobby, come say hi to me if I'm in Silverthorne again. How fun. Come say hi. It's cool, man.
I mean, I can't speak for you, but I never mind. I mean, I may not know how to behave in public, but I don't mind a hello.
Love a hello. Yeah, I love a hello. Wow, that is such. I wonder what the banging was. Like, maybe it was JFK being like, am here.
Or,
Or-
any kind of summoning.
Yep.
You
You
could be
opened a
any
door to
spirit.
something.
Yeah, any spirit that's like, you're open to this. So,
Yep.
hello.
Yeah, we're going to
hey.
slide in. There we go.
Oh, hello.
Bring JFK back is
God,
so
that made me laugh.
funny. That made me laugh so hard. Like, oh, we got to put that in a movie. Bobby, can we put that in a movie or something? Because that
Yeah,
is so
Bobby.
cute and funny.
Let us, Bobby.
Come on, Bobby, please let us.
Please,
It's so
Bobby.
funny. Your
Oh my
mom
God.
sounds very cool, too.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, I have a listener story, if I may
Yeah.
read it.
Please.
And this is a Halloween story, possibly paranormal.
Okay.
Well, we and everyone listening will be the judges. Judging. Hi, Betsy and Marcy. Here's a story I lived through around Halloween of 1990.
Lived through.
Yeah,
1990.
at a cabin in the deep woods of Pennsylvania, very close to the good old Appalachian Trail.
There we go.
We love it. It's different than the Oregon Trail.
Way different. Way different.
Way different. Okay. In a place called Pine Grove Furnace State Park. Dark history around that place. There is a Halloween tradition where the locals carve a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns and float them out in a big raft to appease a ghost that haunts Fuller Lake.
This rules. What?
I want to see this.
I want
Oh
to
my
see
gosh.
that so bad.
I want to see that so bad. Oh my gosh. Like,
You know what's wild is like my
what?
mouth started watering as though I'm hungry for it.
you need it so bad.
I need it so bad. That sounds awesome.
I'm like literally like seeing if I can look it up to find
Yeah.
pictures of it. But okay, let me get back to the story. Wait. Sometimes Riverside makes it hard to see. Okay, great. There we go. Okay, all lights are turned off as we behold the beautiful orange glow moving across the lake, and we are treated to a pre-recorded telling of the legend of the hairy hand.
Fun. This sounds like so much fun.
If you ever find yourself near Harrisburg, PA on the Saturday before Halloween, I highly recommend finding your way to Pine Grove and Fuller Lake and attending this pumpkin party.
Yes, done.
So, when I was around about 11, my brother and I invited some buddies out to my aunt and uncle's cabin in Pine Grove to participate in this tradition. Their cabin is very remote. Take a highway to a country road, to a dirt road, to a muddy trail, and then you're about a quarter-mile walk to the cabin. This time, there were 7 kids, maybe 5 adults, and 8 or 9 dogs.
Cute.
In those days, our dogs did a really good job of sticking together and behaving as a pack, free to frolic in the woods. I love this.
That's
help-
awesome.
To help set the scene, you should know that this whole story takes place on the downward slope of a mountain. We carved our pumpkins on a picnic table at the upper edge of the yard where it meets the woods. 7 boys from ages 6 to 13 playing with knives, saws, and pumpkin guts all day without a single injury.
That's impressive.
Impressive. Anyway, as the sun began to set, my dad came out of the cabin to tell us it was almost time to transport our pumpkins to the lake. As he was walking away, he casually said, "So get this mess cleaned up and watch out for Mel from hell." What, dude? My dad came back to the table and started improvising an explanation. At one point, my uncle wandered over and just kept supporting the story. After all, it's his cabin and his woods. Of course he knows about Mel from hell, right?
That's so fun. Mel from hell.
So here's a paraphrasing of how my dad told the story of Mel from Hell. This is all quotes. He was an old guy who went hunting and got lost in the woods back in the 50s. They say he wandered around for so long that he went crazy. And now he likes to hunt and eat humans. And kids are his favorite.
Yes.
People always say they spotted him just around sundown, right about now. So keep your eyes on the woods and clean up this mess.
That's awesome.
We all know Mel from Hell is attracted to pumpkin guts.
Yeah, so clean them up, kids. That is so cute.
At this point, one of my buddies probably asked what Mel from Hell looks like, so my dad explained, well, he was old when he got lost, so he's really, really old now. Like 100. Really skinny.
Really?
They say he's still got his orange hunter's vest on and carries a 2-barrel shotgun. Don't worry. The dogs will probably smell him and scare him away before you ever see him.
That is so fun.
We kids gave a collective, yeah, right, dude.
Uh-huh.
They said, cowabunga, eat my shorts.
Yeah, eat my shorts.
As my dad and uncle went back to the cabin to hang out with my mom and aunts. But of course, as we cleaned up, our imagination started playing tricks on us. Then about 15 minutes later, with very little sunlight left, the dogs came a-running. All the family dogs ran to the picnic table from their various positions around the yard. They stared into the woods and barked like hellhounds. These dogs were all shapes and sizes, and they were putting on their very best, "You need to fuck off, bro," barking and growling as if they were trying to scare off a monster.
Mel from Hell.
My family's dog, Bear, the biggest corgi ever.
The biggest corgi ever.
Was very well known for being very quiet. But on this night, he was giving his best. "You picked the wrong yard, fool." It was both horrifying and heartwarming. Oh my God, I love
Cute. Bear the corgi. That's so cute.
this. The biggest corgi you ever saw. At this point, I was on the cabin's porch, and I see all my buddies running from the picnic table and all the dogs barking at the woods. I glanced further up into the woods and saw an old man stomping down through the trees. He wore a bright orange hunter's vest and carried a double-barrel shotgun over his shoulders. I could hear my buddies screaming, "It's Mel from Hell! Holy shit, he's real!" Where my friends failed to do the math was this guy was very chubby, dressed in clean clothes, while Mel from Hell had been described as really skinny and lost in the woods for nearly 40 years. Now, being my dad's kid and my uncle's nephew, I knew just how full of beans they were and how good they were at working together to make up a scary story. # yes and. Dad's from rural New England, a.k.a. Stephen King country, and my uncle is an outdoorsy fellow who works in crisis intervention, lives in a remote cabin, and has walked the entire Appalachian Trail twice. Holy shit.
Whoa, that's cool.
They are essentially masters of horror, whether they realize it or not. So I just stood on the porch laughing as my buddies all ran into the cabin, losing their minds.
I bet.
My dad and uncle quickly came outside to talk to the old man with the gun. He was literally the cutest old grandpa you could imagine. Picture the dad from Happy Days in a hunter's vest and cap wearing glasses. Just adorable. I like to assume he probably kicked some Nazi ass back in WW2.
Probably.
So I went up the yard just in time to hear my dad explaining the Mel from Hell story. And all the dogs gathered around to sniff the hunter's pants and boots. Turns out he really was lost.
Oh.
He'd ventured out from his son's newly acquired cabin and just could not find his way back. He brought the shotgun and his hunting gear just in case he'd need to scare off a bear or a mountain lion. My uncle was able to deduce where he was trying to get to and offered him a drive home.
Oh.
And we never saw my uncle again. Just kidding. He was back in 40 minutes. Before leaving, the old hunter apologized and shook hands with all of us kids.
Oh,
Praised all the dogs for being good guardians and said he was going to have a great time telling this story to his family. Oh my God,
This
I love
is so
this.
cute.
Hope you had a happy Halloween, Steve. Fun fact, according to my aunts and mom, our family cabin had served as their camping headquarters back when they were Girl Scouts. Their adults would stay in the cabin and the scouts would pitch tents all around. And when my aunt grew up, she bought the place. Oh, I love that.
That is awesome. Because she's probably like, these were some of the best times of my life, like being here.
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool.
That's amazing.
That is such a great story. And what an incredible Halloween. Like the best Halloween ever. Like
so
Mel from
fun.
Hell.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, do you want to see wait, let's see. Where did I
The biggest corgi you ever seen?
Well, I don't. I wish I had a picture of the biggest corgi. Unfortunately, but what I think I did.
Mel
I
from
look
Hell?
Up. No, Betsy's. If you're not going to guess
Ooh,
it right,
I know what it is. Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
see
share
it.
The pumpkins. Look at the glowing pumpkins. I guess it's.
I want to go. This looks so
I
magical.
know. Wait, this one looks fun.
This looks so magical. Oh, cool.
Oh, I want to go to see the jack-o'-lantern flotilla.
I want to see that. This
flotilla.
looks so fun.
Yes.
And it's East Coast, so you know it's beautiful fall.
Also, hiking the Appalachian Trail twice?
Twice?
How long do you think that is? Let me Google how long's the Appalachian Trail.
don't know.
How long is the Appalachian?
How long is it?
Appalachian? Well, not the appliance process for.
How long is the appliance process, though? Please,
The
please.
appliance process is.
Please tell
my
me.
Goodness, why? Google, you're failing me. It's just guess how long it is.
Because where does it starts in Pennsylvania? Where does it starts high up?
Maine.
Maine? Down
Georgia.
to Georgia. Oh my God. How 5,000 miles? Wait, no.
Well, you're at least in the right denominator.
Miles.
It's miles, yes.
Okay, great.
2,200 miles.
What?
2,200 miles.
So how, it must take so long. Like, you have to plan months, right? Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. How long
So Uncle,
Would it
like, loves it.
to walk? Forrest Gump did that, right? He ran
He, like,
across
ran
America.
across the country or something.
5 to 6 months of continuous hiking.
Continuous. Wow. That's
But that
incredible.
means no sleeping? Is that no sleeping?
No, you would. I don't know. Maybe that's like per day, or if it's like if you did it every day. I don't know. That's wild.
14 to 18 miles per day. Wow.
Imagine doing that, and then
No.
waking up and being like,
I mean-
"I'm going to do it again."
Too tired to even imagine it, Betsy. I can't even imagine.
Can't
it.
even. Won't even. No way.
Too tired. From thinking about it.
Whoa. God, that story is great.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one.
Give
you
it.
ready? This one's
Yeah.
called I'm very excited. A plethora of paranormal.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Okay. Hello, Betsy and Marcy. I've listened to the pod for a long time, but have never attempted to send in my collection of experiences. I've only ever sent you an email chiming in on how you should definitely check out the Rainforest Cafe in Ontario Mills and get a shitload of focaccia bread and coconut curry sauce. That sounds awesome. All
I
their
would
food is great.
do
It's
this.
worth the drive. Anyways, here are my stories. I would too. That sounds delicious.
One of my coworkers rented like a party bus for his birthday
Yes.
last year, and they went out to Ontario
Rainforest
and
Cafe.
partied. Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
I want to go.
An inspiration.
Okay, first story. I grew up in a semi-haunted house. My sister and I describe it as a pit stop for ghosts. They didn't start there and they wouldn't stay for long. Oh. We experienced many things, from a disembodied voice that sounded like our mom, but we would only hear when she wasn't in the house. Ooh. Objects moving on shelves to the point my mom thought we were messing with her. Objects falling in my bedroom when no one else was there. Specifically, this fabric memo board that was hooked onto the wall with 2 sawtooth hooks. But when it fell onto the carpet, it always sounded like a box of Legos crashing.
Oh.
This was particularly unnerving because it would require lifting the board in order for it to fall off the wall. And it always fell on Friday night at 8 p.m. when we were watching TV.
Oh.
That's nuts. I eventually threw the board away. We would also feel random hugs in the night that you could explain away to sleep paralysis. Hugs?
No.
I also
Sweet
remember...
to me, ghost.
Oh my God. Ready, Marcy? I also remember seeing my Barbie sit up, look around, and lay back down. I was wide awake. It was morning with daylight shining in, but I didn't have my glasses, so it makes me feel like it wasn't real.
I almost cried. Do you ever get so scared you get teary-eyed?
Yes.
I don't like it.
Barbie sitting up, look around, and lay back down? No. Okay, second story.
Oh, why?
That is a haunted house. Like...
Do you think, so they said it was a pit stop for ghosts. Do you think that it was like, I'm going to possess this, not in this house, fuck this place?
Yeah, maybe like, this house isn't that fun to possess stuff in.
Nah, I'm not into it. Too many other ghosts here.
Into it. A pit stop. Wild. Haunted, dude. That memo board thing is too nuts. That's too nuts. I think not semi-haunted. That's a haunted house.
Yeah.
Okay, second story. My sister and I worked for a haunted woman.
What?
We grew up as dancers, and when one of the teachers decided to open her own studio, we both went to work for her. She was a goth staunch Christian, what a combo, right? Who claimed to have always been able to see ghosts, but in her words, ghosts aren't real, there's only demons. But I've seen an angel a time or two, quote unquote.
Fair. If you think there's demons, then that there would be the opposite, right?
I guess, yeah. My sister and I love ghost stories, even though we are both very afraid and do not mess with them. Our boss would share stories of how she had knives thrown at her by demons, has seen demons possess people, and has even seen her mentally disabled brother talk to a demon in their house.
My God.
She also led fellowship. Oh, okay. That's wild. She also led fellowship in the studio sometimes. We weren't raised religious, but we had a lot of friends who were, and we would join any church-related activities out of curiosity. More than once at these fellowships, my sister and I both witnessed black smoke move across the room, but no one else seemed to notice. We stopped going to fellowship, of course. Yeah. Another time, my sister had her students taking a break in the lobby. She taught hip-hop for handicapped adults, which included the owner's brother, when all of a sudden, the stereo started blaring music that wasn't even on my sister's iPod. She left with all her students and didn't go back in. I once had the cutest 3-year-old student who still spoke in a way only her mother could translate. But one time she was acting up in class, and I asked her to calm her body, and she snapped her head towards me, smiled like a damn clown, and said, "Am I bothering you? I'm bothering you, aren't I?" Clear as day, like an adult. Her mother then ran in and took her home. After my class, the owner, who had been outside the whole time, said, "You know that child who left your class early? She's possessed." And I totally agreed with her. Outside of these specific events, I remember feeling like someone was in my back seat every time I would drive home alone, and I didn't sleep well the whole time I worked there. It felt like there was always something short, like a gremlin, running back and forth at the foot of my bed. I only slept with the lights on or if the cat decided to join me. I slept fine after I quit. Whoa. And I wonder, like, with this woman who's into it and is really straight up, like, demon, like, was she kind of unintentionally inviting stuff in or whatever,
like,
you know?
If you're saying that, like, there's no ghost, then like, you're only leaving room for demons.
Yeah. And to constantly be like, that child's possessed. And to, you know, like, that's like, what a weird energy that dance studio must have.
It is. I mean, you know, a lot of people who believe in manifestation do believe that, like, negative thoughts and, like,
yeah,
you know, like, kind of like, you want your vibes to be high, so that's what you're bringing to you, right?
Because even in the non paranormal woo way of, like, when you're in a negative space and you are, because I'll have this where I'm just like, for some reason in a shitty mood and everything is negative, it only fuels more negativity. Like, where I personally will take a moment and be like, whew, slow down. What's cool? What's cool now? Like, you know, and it clicks me out of it.
Yeah.
But it is that thing of, like, if you're stuck in a negative thing, it just snowballs. And if you let it snowball, it will snowball to where it affects every single thing you're doing.
That's what's so insidious about anxiety and depression, that your brain won't let you get out of it. I used to, like, before I got, like, medical intervention, I used to blame myself for not being able to snap out of it. That's why I think, like, it is good to be like, to be like, let's try to be positive, but if you literally, your brain won't let you, it's so easy to blame yourself for being a bad person, or, like, having, it's like a moral failing that you can't be positive. Whereas for me, the moment that I took medicine, I was like, or not the moment, it took about 6 weeks, guys. It takes a lot to get in your system. That I was like, oh, it wasn't me. It was my brain doing this. And I gotta tell you, my life literally not just feels better. I became a more productive person, a better friend, a better daughter.
Yeah.
So it is interesting that I think it's true, but also, like, sometimes it's not just the power, your willpower to do it too.
Right. I mean, for me, it took a lot of therapy to figure out how to fight this, you know, and how to end this stuff. And so it's a lot of work to be like, oop, let's get out of it, dude. Okay. Number 3. My current home has a resident ghost. I've never felt uncomfortable in my house, not like my house growing up or in other haunted houses. My house doesn't have any creepy vibes, at least not to me. I don't run down the hall if the lights are off. That's funny. Yeah, we're like, I can walk. I feel very at ease, but I know we aren't alone. The first instance was hearing the sound of sneakers running in my house when I was washing dishes home alone. Wow. I was playing basketball. Squeak, 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 squeak. The second was my dog obsessing over the fireplace, as if there was a person inside with treats, giving her commands to sit and lay down, and she would wag her tail.
Oh, my goodness.
On 2 occasions, I thought I saw my standard black poodle running past my peripheral, seemingly doing something she shouldn't, so I would run after her, and she was not there. She was outside both times. So I guess I saw a shadow dog. Yeah. I mean, maybe there's, like, a shadow dog that your dog, or, like, a ghost dog that your dog is like, this rules. I'm having the best time with my friend.
Yeah. Cute.
I've also seen a tall shadow man in our bedroom doorway in the middle of the night. He felt safe. I think he was guarding us. That I don't. I mean, okay.
You'd know best.
You would know best. You're feeling your vibes, but to me, I'm like, can't we guard a little bit better, or not as scary, not as scary.
Yeah.
I've had kitchen cabinet doors open and close behind me, seemingly to get my attention, but I pay no mind. Disembodied voices, objects moving like a ghost that likes to clean up. Hey, that's pretty nice. And occasional temperature shifts. I have a toddler now who points out things that aren't there in the places I expected should be a ghost. The nursery in particular is where the ghost has always been. Putting your kid in there and be like, "Oh, put you." That's wild. I call him Smokey because he smells like an old man's stale smoke, and he's just a neutral energy. I can feel him watching from the closet.
What the?
He has breathed into the baby monitor. He walks around upstairs, and everyone that comes to our house can hear him. Marcy. He's respectful, and when I tell him to cut it out, he does. This is wild. You're being pretty nonchalant about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being very chill about this.
Very chill about this man, Smokey, who's watching from the closet. Okay. But the most validating experience happened when we were babysitting our nieces before our kid was born. One was downstairs with us watching a movie, and the younger one was in the room right above us taking a nap in her pack and play. At one point, we heard running upstairs. My husband, who doesn't believe in anything, turned to me and said, "She must be awake. I hear her running." I then looked at the baby monitor and saw she was still asleep in the pack and play, but seconds later, she started crying.
Oh, no.
I went to get her, and when I came down, I told my husband she wasn't running. She was still in her pen. He looked at me and said, "What running?" This man has gaslit me for 5+ years until he heard the running again in our baby's room and said, "Yeah, I didn't want to tell you I heard it because I didn't want you to be scared of our house, but I did hear the running then, and I hear it now." Come on.
You can get an annulment because...
Yes. I think every judge would be like, "Hey,
yeah,
that's fine.
That marriage never happened. If someone does that to me, never happened. You never were married, yeah.
I know this, that was long-winded and not written well, but those are my spooky stories. No, it was great.
Yeah.
I have others relating to witchy relatives that I can send to you too if you'd like. But the story that really gets me believing in something beyond us is the series of events that led to how my child came into existence. A long story for another time. Anyway, thank you for reading and your wonderful podcast. Stay spooky, don't shit your pants, and go to the Rainforest Cafe. Sincerely, AJ.
Yes.
Send us those stories, please.
Oh,
send
I
us
was like,
those stories.
send us to the Rainforest Cafe, too.
And send us to the Rainforest Cafe, please.
My God.
Wow.
Be on my New Year's goals.
Hey, yeah.
I can't believe that. Running? I didn't want to tell you.
But I heard it then. How wild to be like, to quit that quick, though, be like, "What running? What are you talking?" Like, that's so mean to do to someone.
So mad about it.
That's so messed up. Where it's like, I got up to check. You told me I should go. Like, we heard it to where I got up, and now you're saying, nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Rude.
Crazy.
Rude.
Crazy.
Yuck. All right. I'm going to play a listener story now.
Yeah.
That's the order we're going in, right? Yeah?
I think so.
Okay. I just had to make sure.
I think so.
Okay, here we go then.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcy. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Spooky Ookie guests. I just wanted to share a little past life regression, question mark. When I was a little kid, I had a nightmare that I was in an operating room and the doctors were coming to cut me open, but they had what I thought was like an old-fashioned egg beater. And they were going to put the egg beater, like they were going to like egg beat me open. And it was the most terrifying dream I've ever had to this date. I remember it so clearly.
Ew.
So now here we are 35 years later. And I'm watching TikTok. There's a great content creator, Renee J., who is exploring women's health. And he finally learned about the origins of the chainsaw and how they were originally invented to cut open a person's pelvis during childbirth.
Oh.
And then he showed a picture of the chainsaw. And look it up, I guess, but you crank it like an egg beater. Like an old-fashioned egg beater. And I just had this like cold shock through my body. That wasn't a nightmare.
Yes.
That was a memory.
Oh my God.
And I feel like, I think so much of the supernatural is just science that we don't understand. So I think ghosts are time lapses. And if energy can never be created or destroyed, then past lives are just pieces of energy that have existed before that are a part of you. And obviously, unfortunately, a woman suffered a really terrible medical procedure, and maybe that's how she died. And that's something that I'm remembering in my energy. And I think that now that I'm thinking about it, there's some things where it's like I'm really irrationally afraid of like someone stealing my air. And I'm sure that means that some of my energy at one point was suffocated. It's just bonkers, those little things. And then the other thing is I actually have an abnormality in my hips where I don't have enough bone. And my energy is saying one time somebody used an old-fashioned chainsaw that looks terrifying to take away our bones in our hips. So I gotta say, it's spooky, it's magical, it's cool, it's crazy, it's universal, it's fun. Dive in. And don't shit your pants.
Whoa. Oh, I might hurl. Ooh, that is disgusting. Marcy, get it off. Get it off my screen. That is so nasty.
See this?
That is so gross. I hate hospital stuff, especially old-timey. Ew.
Okay.
How nuts to be like, that's what I saw in my dream.
We'll have it on the Instagram since Betsy said we can't look at it anymore.
No, it was nasty.
We got it. It looks
We
like
got it. It's gross.
You can see how there's a crank on it.
Oh my God. Gross. Ooh, that is so nuts. Where that's too specific of a dream where it is like, oh yeah, I think in your past life this happened for sure.
Yeah. What an awful like experience and memory to even have.
Yes. And then to have like an abnormality in your hip, like that's too gwinky dinky, dude.
I mean, some people believe that birthmarks are like remnants of some injury from a past life.
Oh. Whoa.
I don't think I have any birthmarks.
I had one, but I had to get it removed because it was a big mole. And I got it removed in like first grade, and I was like, oh my God, I'm having surgery. I was like, so like, whoa. But it truly was just on my arm. They just like numbed my arm, but I was like, I can't believe this. Oh my God.
I'm having to go under the knife, which is
And
true. You did.
I did. And my parents got me. Do you remember those bears where if you would push the stomach and in their nose was like, stuff would happen in their nose? A poppable, maybe? Or no?
A popple. A popple?
A popple?
A popple. Well, popples are ones that popped in, like they like had their own papoose, like they were
not
a
that
reverse
one.
marsupial.
Right.
I had a popple, and they kind of were like bear-like, but their ears were different.
I think so. I feel.
But what you're saying sounds familiar too.
Yeah, it was a bear with like a clear nose, but it's full of stuff. And then I think if you like squeeze its stomach, the stuff in the nose moves around.
Funny.
Because it gets air in there, something like that. And I remember I got
that.
one of those for doing good at my surgery. Surgery. It was barely a thing.
Well, I don't have a birthmark, but I do have like this happened in 9th grade, my big lump on my head. That's like an egg.
Yeah.
I actually should get it removed. because it does seem to be growing with age. And it's got to be just scar tissue that's calcified over time. But
right.
But I notice it more. It's why I wear bangs. It's literally the only reason why I have bangs, to cover up the horn growing on my head.
You got horn growing. In your next life, you're going to be a unicorn.
Oh, my God.
There you go. There
or
you
a
go.
yak.
A yak. Cool.
I'll be a yak. Yakety yak. Don't talk back.
Yak.
Yak. Here's an email, and it says, hello to me, myself, and I from the other side.
Hey.
Okay. Hello to two of my favorite kooky spooky dookies.
Yes.
I hope you're both well. I've been listening to the pod since Betsy was on Woo Woo with Rachel Dratch. Marcy, we got to get you on there. Oh,
I know. We got to.
Please. I really love the show and giggle at every ew and gross. I've got a pretty long commute and and love diving into the back catalog and burning through all the stories. So thanks for keeping me company on those drives to and from work. I have a few stories to tell, but I'll start by saying I think the only reason I have stories to tell at all is because when I was young, I grew up in an apartment complex in Colorado that was built over a verified American Indian hunting ground.
Oh.
I'm no expert, but I think that all of my ghostly experiences at that apartment opened up something in me that led me to have wild dreams that I still have to this day and I can't explain. But all these dreams / visitations from loved ones that have passed, the strangest dream is one that I had of my stepdad while he was still alive.
Whoa.
Growing up, I was very close with my stepdad. He was the best and kindest man I've ever met. I was so lucky to be his daughter.
Oh.
Sadly, he got sick when I was pretty young, and this sickness led him to have seizures occasionally. The seizures occurred for the length of his sickness, 15 years, so we all became pretty used to them as it became the norm in our house. One summer, I was home from college. We had since moved out of the apartment and sleeping in my old room. It was pretty early in the a.m., and the whole house was asleep. My parents in their room down the hall, me in my room, and my brother in his giant bedroom downstairs, no fair. I vividly remember the sun starting to rise and filling the house with the perfect amount of golden morning light. I walked into my bedroom and sat down on the side of my bed. Reaching out, I put my hand on sleeping me. What? I freaked out. Why am I looking at my sleeping self? I tried to get my bearings when it occurred to me that I had been in the middle of a dream. The moment I realized it was a dream, a voice sounded in my head, clear as day and completely calm. It said, "You have to wake up. Dad is going to have a bad seizure." Oh my God, I have chills. I looked down at my sleeping self and began to gently nudge my arm saying, "Marissa, you have to wake up now. Dad needs you. I need you to wake up. Dad's going to have a seizure. He needs you."
Oh my God. I have such chills.
Me too. Oh my God. The me sitting on the side of the bed kept saying this and the me that was sleeping until suddenly I woke up. When I opened my eyes, I was already sitting straight up in bed. Oh my God. And then it happened. Bang, a crash from my parents' room. I was already down the hall and halfway in their room when I saw my dad walking into the bathroom, his legs and arms starting to flail as he was trying to find a safe space to land, but incapable of controlling himself. I got to him just before he hit the floor and caught his head from hitting the corner of the shower. That would have been catastrophic. Oh my God. By that time, my mom woke up and yelled for my brother to help. Everyone asked me how I got to my dad so fast, but when I told them, I freaked them out. Oh my God. Thankfully, my dad was all right, and we got to spend 4 more wonderful years with him. However, this dream wasn't the last. My dad has visited me quite a few times since his passing, letting me know he was okay. When I lost my sweet dog unexpectedly, he appeared to me, both of us standing on opposite sides of the lake he used to love to hike to. My dog Oliver by his side. Oh,
that's so nice.
He waved his giant goofy wave to me as if to say, "I've got him." I could still cry just thinking of it. I got tons more stories of other loved ones visiting me in dreams and having me deliver very specific messages, 2 that made my mom shit her pants. Plus, all my ghostly encounters at the apartments. I will write again if you want to hear them. In the meantime, thanks for all you do. Stay spooky, Marissa. Oh my God, Marissa! You have to.
Whoa,
Marissa, these were incredible. Wow. Oh my God.
waking yourself up.
Sitting beside yourself. Oh my God.
I wonder if, Marissa, have you had other premonition thingies?
Well, I don't know, but they said they have other dreams and messages, though.
Right.
So,
yeah.
We got to find out.
Whoa, Marissa, send us some.
You got to stay tuned to find out.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
That was incredible. Oh, that's so nice. Nice visits. Nice little visits. Dream visits with
I know.
your dad and your dog. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, and like just to be able to help someone. Like,
yeah. Yep. Whoa.
It's so interesting too to think about like when it is someone's time and when it's not someone's time, and like it was like he might not be able to avoid this, so we have to help in some other way.
Yep. Yeah, and that was clear. Like this isn't his time. Like let's. Yeah.
And we don't want an injury. Like this is like like you said, 4 more wonderful years. Like
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Wow.
Incredible.
I have one. Shall
I? We'll wrap it up with this.
Okay,
here
we
year.
go.
This is the last
for
one
the year. Okay, this one is called One from My Husband. Yes. Hello again, ladies. I'm nearly caught up on episodes, and I heard the call for more stories. You've read my other 3 recently, but this time I figured I'd share one of my husband's childhood experiences, with his permission, of course. When my husband, Mike, was about 7 years old and his sister around 10, they lived in a rental house in Chicago. They'd already lived in this house for a while and not had any funny feelings. Smiley, laughing emoji. But on this particular day, they headed up to the attic, which was their designated playroom, ready to have a good time. They walked up the stairs talking and getting more excited as they got to the top of the stairs, flipping on the light switch. The light went on, and 2 dolls, Raggedy Ann and Andy, shot up to their feet, scaring the shit out of Mike and his sister. Like any kid would do, they ran down the stairs as fast as they could, which caught the attention of their mother. She was pissed that the 2 of them had run down the steps. She didn't believe their story, and she made them walk slowly back up, turn off the light, and slowly walk back down those stairs. I thought this story was hilarious for years, not because I didn't believe it, but come on, what are 2 dolls gonna do? That's a very Mark Rennie.
Yes, absolutely.
Then we saw Annabelle, and when I found out the actual doll was a Raggedy Ann, I couldn't help but feel bad for laughing at his story. Hope you didn't shit your pants. Love yas, Lisa.
Lisa, I gotta say, that's disgusting, nasty, and repulsive.
Awful. Disgusting. That's so gross. Raggedy Ann and Andy's are awful.
Why are those dolls so fucking cursed?
Yeah, why are they the ones where it's like, let's possess that one? Maybe because they're just like soft and nasty.
What is the story of Raggedy Ann and Andy?
Oh, God, I don't know. I feel my sisters had them. Or like, they're definitely a couple in the Sodaro household.
So it was a Raggedy book. Ann. It's a book series, and they live in a little girl's nursery, and they're known for stories about kindness, bravery, and the origin of her "I love you" heart. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I don't either.
And they're supposed to be good.
I don't know. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, they sound nasty to me. But that's funny that you know what? You know why they're so haunted? Because they're the first their merch, their early merch.
Yes. Yep. Their early merch. So bad news for the world.
Yeah, bad news for the world.
Bad news for the world. Ooh.
Yeah.
Raggedy Ann.
Well,
Wild.
guys, these were nasty and disgusting, and we thank you.
Yes,
and
thank
again,
you. Keep them coming.
coming. Send us your stories to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Whoa.
These are great.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yes. I hope you're having some good holidays. Here we go. 2026.
Well, how about this? No matter what, Happy New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy New Year's Day.